Welcome to Reddit Echoes, the place where real-life stories are shared with authenticity, deep emotion, and sometimes make you reflect on your own life. Every day, millions of people on Reddit share unbelievable moments, heartbreaking events, endless conflicts, or small yet powerful tales of humanity and forgiveness. Here, there are no scripts, no actors, just real people with real stories that sometimes bring tears to your eyes, sometimes make you laugh, or simply remind you that you're not alone in life's challenges and struggles. Today's video will take you through a range of emotions from betrayal, anger, and regret to moments of love and hope. Together we'll listen, empathize, and occasionally challenge familiar perspectives on people, family, friendship, and the complex relationships we navigate. Most importantly, these stories aren't just entertainment. They're life lessons, reminders of the strength of resilience, forgiveness, and the power to rise above hardship. Let me guide you through these authentic, profound, and deeply human experiences, one story and one person at a time. Story 1. I thought my best friend was really kidnapped and ruined the proposal. Hello everyone, I'm Lynn, 28 years old, and today I want to share with you a story that I will definitely never forget. It just happened a few days ago, and I still get scared every time I think back to it. My best friend is Emily. She's 29. A very special friend to me, kind, gentle, and always thinking of others before herself. Emily has been dating Chris, her boyfriend, who is 31, for over 4 years now. I've always supported their relationship, even though Chris has some quirky hobbies like organizing flash mobs, treasure hunts, or surprise events that people usually don't want or need. I never asked why he liked those things, but as long as Emily was happy, I respected it. The story happened one weekend afternoon when I went to visit Emily. We were walking around the neighborhood chatting and enjoying the fresh, peaceful air. Everything was normal until a white van with no logo suddenly appeared near us. Suddenly, 2 masked men rushed out and grabbed Emily. She screamed loudly and I was completely terrified. My heart was pounding, my head spinning. I couldn't think of anything else but grabbing the pepper spray from my bag, yelling and spraying it right into one of the guys' faces. I kicked the other one hard in the shin. I pulled Emily out of the circle and yelled to call 911. I knew it was a chaotic, stressful situation where no one could think clearly, but I just knew I had to do something to protect my best friend. Later, the police arrived at the scene, and the truth that was revealed shocked me. The 2 men were Chris and a friend of his. It turned out they were trying to stage a fake kidnapping to create a grand proposal like a Hollywood movie, because Emily had told them she wanted a surprise romantic proposal like that. Chris cried and shouted because he got pepper sprayed in the eyes. Emily was so scared she was trembling, not knowing what was happening. I stood there, my heart pounding, feeling both scared and angry. I thought Chris was too reckless, completely ignoring the feelings and safety of Emily and everyone around. He put everyone in danger just to create a surprise. After the incident, Chris was very angry at me. He said I ruined the most sacred moment of their lives and embarrassed him in front of everyone. Emily said she understood why I panicked, but hoped I would read the room and not ruin the proposal. I couldn't understand how to read the room in that situation. Maybe people think I overreacted, but I believe any friend would have done the same. When your best friend is being kidnapped, would you stand still or rush to save them? The event made me think a lot about the difference between love and recklessness, between wanting to create memories and keeping loved ones safe. I don't regret protecting Emily, but I also don't want to hurt her. Behind the story are very personal feelings from each person. Chris wanted to do something special for Emily to make her feel loved and important, but his way was too dangerous and thoughtless. Emily felt trapped between love and fear. She wanted a romantic proposal but didn't expect it to turn into a scary situation. I was both a best friend and an outsider looking in. I cared deeply for Emily and couldn't sit still when I saw her being kidnapped. But I also didn't want to lose the friendship over an unfortunate event. Afterwards, my relationship with Emily became more complicated. Sometimes she blamed me for being too hasty and harsh, but I thought it was instinct for survival and protection. Chris has grown colder toward me. He sees me as the one who ruined the moment, and our relationship isn't as comfortable as before. I once thought that without the fake kidnapping things would be better. But now I realize some things are beyond control, and I did the best I could in that situation. I also wonder, is it really worth risking so much for a dangerous proposal, just for style or dreams? I hope my story helps everyone think more carefully about safety in relationships and ways to express love. I also want to thank everyone who listened and understood my mixed emotions. If you have similar experiences or thoughts about this story, don't hesitate to share. I'd love to hear and learn from you. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my story. Conclusion: this story is not just a surprising incident, but also proves that friendship and love require understanding, respect, and proper care. Sometimes surprises can cause unforeseen consequences, and safety should always come first. I hope you don't forget to care for your loved ones carefully and not let a wonderful moment turn into a painful memory. If you like true stories full of drama and emotion, like this, don't forget to subscribe to follow the next stories. Story 2. I lost my son because of an unforgivable mistake. Hello everyone, my name is Nam. I'm 36 years old and this is my story. The story of a father who made the biggest mistake of his life and had to pay the price by being separated from his only son. I don't know where to start, maybe from the moment I truly realized everything had spiraled out of control. My wife Thu and I had been together for over 10 years. She is the woman I love and the wonderful mother of our little son Koa, who is now 3 years old. I thought I had a happy, complete family and promised to always be by their side. But everything changed when I made a huge mistake. I cheated on Thu, a brief affair that shattered my life. No one can forgive easily when trust is broken, especially by your life partner. After the truth came out, we began living separately. Thu was heartbroken and angry while I was overwhelmed with regret and despair. Still, I tried to keep in contact with her, trying to fix what I could, especially to be close to Koa. We haven't officially divorced and have no legal custody agreement yet. But every time I try to visit Koa, Thu finds excuses, she's not home or it's not a good time. Once I drove over unannounced, but saw the house dark and empty, or through security cameras learned they weren't there. I suggested many ways to meet my son safely and comfortably. I could take him out for a day, we could meet in a neutral place, or even FaceTime regularly. But Thu kept avoiding and rejecting all my offers. She even moved to a completely different state hundreds of miles away where the woman I had the affair with lives. I understand she's trying to keep distance to protect herself and our son, but I feel completely cut off from my own child. Many lonely nights I sat alone in a small room crying in my hands, missing my son. I long to hear Koa's laughter, see his innocent eyes, hug and care for him. Every time the phone rings, I hope it's Thu calling to say I can visit. But it's only cold answers, hung-up calls, or refusals. I have asked many people, even lawyers, to understand what I need to do to gain the right to see my son. I know I have to enter a legal battle, but for me, it's not a war against Thu. It's to have the chance to be a father, to be a part of my son's life. Every day I still send messages to Thu asking her to let me see Koa. I don't blame Thu. I understand how deeply hurt she is. But her silence and closed door make my heart feel crushed. Sometimes I wonder, do I deserve to be a father? Does Koa need me when his mother tries to keep me away? But I always believe a father's love and responsibility never disappear, just because of one mistake. I know this journey will be long and difficult. I have begun learning patience, learning to wait, learning to forgive myself before expecting forgiveness from others. I also want to send a message to all parents in situations like mine. No matter how hard it is, don't give up on the love you have for your children. Don't let your mistakes steal precious moments with them. Always try, because children deserve to have both parents around no matter how complicated life gets. I still hope one day Thu will open her heart so I can see Koa truly be a father, not just a distant shadow. Thank you all for listening to my story. I hope it can be a voice for fathers out there fighting for their children. Conclusion. Life is an endless series of challenges, and love is the only thing that keeps us standing. I will never stop fighting to reclaim my place in my son's life, no matter how hard the road ahead is. Thank you for being here, sharing this painful yet hopeful story with me. Thank you for taking the time to join me and listen to these true stories on Reddit Echoes. Life is never perfect, and sometimes stories like these help us understand ourselves better, our choices, our mistakes, and the opportunities to start anew. Maybe you see yourself in these heartbreaking tales or find comfort in the inner struggles of others. No matter what, always remember that everyone deserves to be heard, loved, and respected. If these stories touched your heart, please like and share so more people can receive these meaningful messages. Don't forget to leave a comment below to share your thoughts or your own stories. I look forward to reading and connecting with you. And be sure to subscribe to Reddit Echoes so you won't miss upcoming videos where we continue to explore and listen to everyday stories full of life-changing strength. Finally, thank you for trusting and choosing Reddit Echoes as your place to share and experience emotions. See you in the next videos.